Shalom. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and all the Akim out there pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And I'm going to read this article real quick. I'm trying to be as quick as I possibly can. But this goes to show you, man, that these devils, man, this system, this Babylonian system, and this place called America, and this is based on Chicago. And we know that a lot of horrible things have been going on in Chicago. A lot of killing, Jakes killing one another, all the way from the tribe of Judah, really all the tribes. I mean, they're banging on each other and killing one another. And we know why through the scriptures, you know, the curse of the Most High on us. I'm just going to try to read this real quick to show you, man, this martial law is going to be real, and this chip's going to be real, man. They're already doing Guantanamo Bay type of terror tactics on our people. And they're torturing our people, taking them in warehouses, and the criminal justice system in Chicago knows about it. It's not doing nothing. But once again, we can't get it through you Negroes' heads and you Hispanics' heads and you Native Americans. The so-called white man is not your friend. He does not love you. He hates you. You know, Belle Biv DeVoe had a song back in the day called, you know, That Girl Is Poison. You can't trust a big butt and a smile. Well, you can't trust Esau. You can't trust a three-piece suit and a smile. He's a devil, man. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. And until martial law happens, you niggas and you so-called Latinos and Native Americans, you're not going to believe it until that baton goes upside your head, until that boot, you know, and that battering ram bust your door open 3 or 4 in the morning and drag your ass out into a bus and take you on down to a FEMA camp where you're going to have the choice to take the chip or die. Or, you know, take the chip and starve to death. Well, either way, it's going to be death, or if you do take the chip, you're going to be killed anyway. You're just prolonging the inevitable. But let me go ahead and read this. This morning, The Guardian published an explosive report about the Chicago Police Department regularly use of black sites to use Guantanamo-style interrogation techniques on people in their custody. And one of the biggest questions arising from the story is, why did not one report on it before? During discussion published in Atlanta criminologist Tracy Siska, who also is the executive director of the Chicago Justice Report, said that the existence of Homan Square, an empty warehouse used to detain and interrogate arrested protesters, gang members, and normal people, had probably started in 2006, but was well known among the criminal justice community. There was knowledge in the police accountability community, Siska said. We knew exactly where it was, but we couldn't get the press in Chicago to cover the story. Imagine that. Who owns the press? The so-called white man, especially the Amalekites, them dirty ass, filthy gutter rats. So why didn't the local press cover what could have been an explosive story? And Siska goes on to think, says, I think that many criminal crime reports in Chicago have political views that are right in line with the police. They tend to agree about the tactics needed by the police. They tend to have, by one extent or the other, the same racist views of the police. A lot of urban police, not all of them by any stretch, but a lot of them embody racism. Then it goes on to say, I guess, a reporter by Sue, why did the Guardian cover it then? Francisca, I think the Guardian, especially Spencer Ackerman, comes at it from a civil rights perspective. When he sees government doing something wrong, he goes after it. He came in looking for the Zuli story, in which a Chicago police detective went on to employ horrific torture at Guantanamo Bay, and ended up following up with this one. As to why the rest of Chicago didn't know the existence of Homan Square, Siska believes it's connected to race. Of course it is. You know, you torturing and beating and interrogating and using Guantanamo Bay type tactics on black and brown. Of course it's not going to be reported because they hate you. He's a devil. This is what he does. And I tell you, man, he's got some big ass payback coming, man. The Most High is gonna fuck you devils up, man. He's gonna fuck you up. You think you getting over and laughing and hanging out, you know, at your bull and bear lounge and, you know, you little racist, just ha 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 and all that stuff, man. The Most High is gonna fuck your ass up, man. Let me go on to finish this. The rest of the article drops even more astonishing facts about Homan Square. 99% of the people from the site are involved in some form of street crime, gang activities, drugs, urban violence, crime, says Siska. That's what makes the site even worse. It takes Guantanamo-style tactics on urban street criminals and shreds the Bill of Rights. And don't get me wrong, these Jakes, you know, it can be evil as hell, man. Jake can be evil. You know, the stuff that's been going on in these predominantly larger cities, and it's not even larger cities anymore, is just horrible with the way Jake does it. You know, killing and you know, and selling dope to one another. And we know this is part of Satan's plan and Esau's plan, but at the same time, you know, it's judgment. It's judgment. You know, it's 2/3 are getting fucked up, and you know, Great Millstone and groups like DTA, and you know, even groups that don't have necessarily the same viewpoint as Great Millstone have been telling you blacks, you know, this stuff is going to happen. The so-called white man is not your friend. He's not your buddy. He's not Jesus. He's not God. He's a liar, and he's been a liar since the beginning of time. So, with that being said, Shalom.